Hey, how's it going? My name is MAXX242. I'm an illustrator, a graphic artist, and a father. What's your name?
My name is Max Gramano, and this is my dad.
There's been a lot of obstacles in this industry in my career. I think as an artist, there's a lot of things that kind of stop you that are in the way. Art is it's a very tricky thing because it's not something that's a necessity in life. It's not like food or water or things that keep you alive. It's always preference or taste. So it's always hard to make money. So I think finding a way to survive off of art has been a huge obstacle. I always like to tell people, don't worry about money, don't do art because you're going to be rich or because you're going to make money at it. Do art because it's who you are and what you want to do. Use it as your voice, just be yourself. But that's probably been the biggest obstacle, is how to do it full time, how to do it day and night, because that's all I've ever wanted to do, is do art. As I've grown older and I've had a kid, it's become challenging to be a father and an artist at the same time. But I've been able to manage. This kid's actually really good. He's very understanding, listens very well. And the biggest thing that I've come to realize is I don't try to balance the two, because it becomes really tricky. But understanding that I have to be a father first and then an artist has really helped me out, because more important than anything else is to make sure that he understands and that he learns the things that he needs to, so that he can grow up and be a good contribution to this world and to the people around him. After that, I can then start to create my own illustrations and my voice and my vision from there. But that's been a lot of help for me. Being an illustrator also becomes tricky because there are 1,000 other illustrators just in your area alone. So you always try to figure out how to stand out, how to create your own style or something like that. And really, there's no trick to it. There isn't a way that you stand out or create a style. You just kind of got to keep going. You got to keep doing. Eventually, something will click. Don't look for a style. Don't look to do something or to be something. Don't look for a gimmick. Just create because it's in your heart. Do what you want to do. Enjoy what you're doing, and you'll be you. Eventually, you'll have a signature without even knowing it. Sacrifices are a must in being an artist. You're going to have to sacrifice many things. You're going to have to sacrifice friendships. You're going to sacrifice family. You're going to sacrifice a lot of things when you start out. It's like anything else that you're committed to or passionate to. Anybody that finds any form of success has had a lot of sacrifices in life. And it's tough, because that's what's going to distinguish whether you're going to be successful or not at something. And success, also, you need to understand, that is kind of in the eye of the beholder. Success doesn't have to be monetary. It can be a feeling or emotion. Get to a place where you're happy. But there's always going to be sacrifices there. You really have to commit yourself and be that, whatever it is that you want to be. If you want to be an artist, you have to live that. You have to be an artist. You have to be an artist before you do anything else. And those are things that I was able and capable of doing when I was a younger age. I've never really been a person that goes out and parties or has too many friends or girlfriends, anything like that. I've engulfed that entire thing of being an artist, and that's all I've done.
That's actually true.
Is it? What are your thoughts? What do you have to sacrifice?
I just gotta sacrifice, just...
Video games? You have to stop playing video games?
Yeah, that's one of my sacrifices.
Yes. What else? YouTube? You gotta get off YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, another sacrifice is try to not be scared of doing tests.
Okay, you're good, kid. You're good. I've never had a mentor while growing and learning. I had a group of friends that we inspired each other. We were able to find each other at the right time, and at that point, because of where society was at and how things were, we really turned to graffiti art, or I imagine now it'd be street art, but we turned to graffiti art to find our voice and to find a camaraderie. We shared it, we did it, we lived it, and we just did it all together. And I'm really happy with the family that I found at such a young age, because we're all still friends and really close now. We still paint together, we still work together, we still do art together, and they've grown to be amazing artists. It's very interesting. I don't remember a lot of advice being given to me. There's two guys actually that gave me two pieces of advice that have really stuck with me. One guy was O.G. Abel. I met him while working at Third Rail. He's a very good friend of mine now, and what I had some issues in Photoshop, and at the time, graphic artists weren't sharing information or giving information. It was kind of like everybody versus everybody. So it was hard to learn things. And there wasn't as much information on the internet in those days. But one day I met Abel at work. He came in and I was like, man, I told him how much I love his work. Just amazing artist. And he sat down and actually showed me some things on the computer, and I was just like, I was just like in awe. To this day, he's always been such a great person to me. The other person, which is actually one of the most important things that has really stuck with me, and it's strange because him and I aren't very close, but we're friends, was Mr. Cartoon. I met Mr. Cartoon, I believe it was at his studio, and one of the things that he told me that I was very, very impressed by, because Mr. Cartoon is a little more flashy than I am. You know, you definitely, when Mr. Cartoon walks in or drives up to me, you know it's him. The guy he's such a talented human being, and he's a very down-to-earth guy, but he makes a presence. So when I met him, I realized, like, this guy, he's up there. And so I remember asking him how he did things, or how do like, how was he where he's at? And one of the biggest things he told me is, because he's done so many things, he's so accomplished. One of the things, what he told me was, he looked at me and he said, in this world, nobody is going to make noise for you. You have to make your own noise. Don't ever expect anybody to go and give you something. So you gotta go get it. You gotta kick the door down, you gotta make the most noise. You gotta walk into a place and own it. And that's how you're going to get to wherever you're gonna wanna go to. And that stuck with me. My 20-year-old self. I wouldn't give myself any advice. I'm actually very happy with the way the cards played out for me. I'm really happy. There isn't anything I would change. My advice for anybody trying to get into the industry is to believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. Believe that you can do what you want to do. Commit to it 100%. If you believe in yourself, there's no reason why you're not going to commit. Everything that you do in life is a gamble, and you have to believe in that gamble. Anybody that steps up to the table and drops the money on the table isn't dropping that money without security, knowing that they're going to walk away winning. Because why else would you be there? Why are you going to step onto a court thinking you're going to lose? Why are you going to put the gloves on thinking you're going to get your ass beat down? You're not. Believe in yourself. And at the end of the day, it's the only way you're going to walk out winning. The difference between you and the other person is that you believe. And that's all you need, is to believe in yourself, commit yourself to it. Don't let anything stop you from doing it. My inspiration has changed through the years. I remember when I started drawing, I'm not gonna lie, one of my biggest inspirations was meeting people, meeting girls. I would draw to try to get a girl's attention. I wasn't the, thanks dude. I wasn't the good looking guy, I wasn't the tall guy, I wasn't the football player, I wasn't the popular guy. So art was kind of my way in. It was kind of the way that I was able to meet a girl, or talk to a girl, or be somebody. Eventually it's how I got into graffiti, and I used that as a voice. That was my voice. When nobody else would hear me, when I was too short, too ugly, too not popular, graffiti was there. It was there. You couldn't escape my name if I put it on the wall in front of you. So that was my inspiration then, was to grow, to be a part of the community and leave a mark. My inspiration now is this guy, this kid right here. Aside from being a father and everything that I wake up every morning to do for him, I am definitely inspired just by life itself. What I draw, what I illustrate, things that I put, every single piece that I either design or illustrate, whether it's for somebody or for myself, has a story behind it. And those are stories of life, those are stories of experiences, and that's what I'm inspired by.